Today we have two MacBook Airs. This one is the early 2020 model with an Intel Core i5 1.1 gigahertz processor, and this one is the late 2020 model featuring an M1 chip. Now, both of these laptops are the same outside. So let's find out what these laptops are all about. As I mentioned before, the chassis from the outside are the exact same. So both of these have an all aluminum finish. Both have an excellent keyboard. The keyboards are the same, and these are one of the best keyboards I've ever typed on. I'm a huge fan. And the trackpads are also very big and very easy to use. They're a force touch trackpad, which means that when you click, it doesn't actually click, and you can click it anywhere and it will register your clicks. Both of them have Touch ID sensors up in the right corner, and they also act as the power button. Now, the screens are the exact same, featuring a 60 Hz screen with a resolution of 2560 times 1600. Both of them are pretty bright displays and are very color accurate. So it's great for watching videos or movies or any of that sort of thing. So both of these laptops have the same camera, but the new M1 MacBook Air has machine learning, which just improves the image quality. This is the webcam of the M1 MacBook Air. Now, this is a pretty good webcam in its price range, and it's great for FaceTime, Zoom calls, and any type of video call on a laptop. So they have the exact same speakers. They both sound great. I did test them, so here's how it sounds. So both of these have the same port selections with two USB-Cs on the left side and a headphone jack on the right side. Now the MacBook Air with an M1 chip does not have a fan, while the early 2020 model does. So both of these laptops have been tested with Geekbench 5, and I was astonished when I found out the results. So the early 2020 model has a single core score of around 800 and a multi-core score of 1780 or 90. Then I tested out the MacBook Air with the M1 chip, and the single core performance was around 1730, almost the same as the multi-core performance on the early 2020 model. Then I tested the multi-core performance, and I got around 7,300 or 200, which is great performance for this laptop. In the graphics department, the M1 processor baked the Intel MacBook Air with a score more than 3 times better than its Intel counterpart. They both have 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of SSD storage. Both MacBook Airs have the exact same size batteries, but since the M1 MacBook Air is a lot more efficient, it can achieve about 18 hours of video playback, while the early 2020 model can only achieve 9 to 10 hours, which is still impressive. Now, I tested a couple of games on both of these laptops. Minecraft on the M1 processor ran around 120 FPS on 12 chunks, and I was not able to play Minecraft with a good FPS rate on 12 chunks, so I decreased it to 6, and I got an average FPS rate of 15 to 16, but it did fluctuate between 8 and 32. Now, I also looked at Subnautica, and for this MacBook Air, I was able to play Subnautica at a constant FPS rate of around 40 with medium settings on, while the MacBook Air from early 2020 was not able to play over 20 FPS with the low settings on. So there's a night and day difference. Then I also tested out creative tasks like video editing and Blender. And to be honest, I was able to edit the video, but it was lagging throughout the whole time. And the export was just a lot longer than with the M1 MacBook Air. I had absolutely no issues editing videos, photos, and doing Blender on the MacBook Air. It was just very responsive. In conclusion, if you're looking to purchase any of these MacBook Airs, I would definitely recommend you getting the M1 version, because not only is it a lot faster and it's just less power hungry, it doesn't have fans, it's completely silent. Performance is greatly improved compared to the older model. Now, if you're looking to do only emails and watching videos on YouTube or browsing the web, both of these laptops would do the job. But if you're looking to play any games, or if you'd like to edit some videos from your family vacation or any of that sort of thing, then definitely go for the MacBook Air with the M1 chip. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, drop them down below in the comment section, and have a great day.